Everyone's saying that you should wait until rates drop, but that advice might actually cost you your next home. I'm going to tell you today how the smart buyers are using the equity they have in their current homes to make the best financial decisions. Let's check it out. In the past 7 years and helping over 300 families buy and sell real estate here in the Sioux Falls area, I know exactly why it's important for you to start by running the numbers. And that's exactly why I'm here at Security National Bank with my lender partner, Kaleigh Reid, to break it all down for you because I think the numbers will surprise you. So just this past summer, I worked with a young family who was outgrowing their house, wanted to be in a better school district, and they just felt stuck. And part of that was because that higher mortgage payment really freaked them out. So once we were able to take a look at their equity and kind of walk them through, how to use that equity in a better way, I feel like that opened up so many other possibilities. So one quick visit with a lender like you, Kaleigh, and we were able to help them understand how to use that equity in the right way to get them into their next home. So let's talk about how this all really works.
Yeah. So this particular couple, they had, if I remember right, maybe $100,000 in sale proceeds. And a lot of people think that you just have to go put that down towards the next house. Well, when you have other debts like credit cards, car, auto loans and things like that, a lot of times it actually makes sense to put some of your proceeds from your sale to paying those off because it can eliminate a significant amount of your household debt. And you may take a higher mortgage payment by only putting half of your sale proceeds down. But when you look at your total monthly obligations, it turns out to be less in some cases.
Yeah. So let's just say right now you've got a $1,400 payment. You've got a $900 car payment, $100 towards your credit card every month. Maybe you have student loan debt, so you have that on top of it. And so sitting down and just having a strategy session and figuring out what makes the most sense when it comes to making those numbers work.
Yeah.
Getting rid of some of that debt, you're able to roll over those payments you're already making into a higher mortgage, and that will get you into a better and bigger home.
Correct. Yes. Yes. And it's not a one size fits all. I mean, everyone has a different story, a different scenario. But yeah, it's really just about sitting down with a lender and a realtor, of course, to figure out what works best for you.
So another thing I'm hearing a lot lately, Kaleigh, and you're probably so tired of hearing this, is I'm just going to wait for the rates to drop before I, start my home buying process. And I feel like you and I both know that maybe that's not the best scenario. It could be for some people, but not always. So tell me a little bit about rates, how they're affecting people's decision making and how do you help them kind of work through that?
Yeah, I think there is some scarcity out there right now, but it is not all about the rate. When you need to move, you need to move,
Yeah.
Usually there's a reason behind a move, and interest rates are just a small part of it. So when you're looking at a house that's $400,000 and the interest rate is, I don't know, 6.25%.
Sure.
Your payment might be $50 higher than if the house is $400,000 and your interest rate is 5.875.
Right.
But does it make sense to let the time pass to where interest rate gets where you want it to be when likely simultaneously the house is probably going to increase in price too? Because when the interest rates drop, I mean, what happens?
We have a lot more buyers that come to the market. That's for sure.
Yep.
Yeah. And I think that's something I've usually told people too. It's yes, interest rates are important. And yes, you need to be able to afford that monthly payment. That is the number one priority. If you can't afford it, obviously it doesn't make any sense. But when it comes to that interest rate and the price of the home, I do feel like as soon as rates drop to a certain point, we have a lot of the buyers that are sitting on the sidelines. They're going to come off of those sidelines, which is going to be that supply and demand situation where when demand is higher and supply just stays flat, we're going to have prices that probably creep up a little bit. When interest rates do change or drop, how much does that really affect someone's monthly payment? You mentioned like $50 a month. I mean, that $50 a month, does that make or break the purchase price of a house, So like when people come to you and kind of ask for your opinion, how do you help them through that part?
Yeah. So it's more just focusing on, are you ready? When are you ready?
Yeah.
Trying to kind of gear it more towards that. Yes, affordability is everything, but I see people's entire financial picture.
Sure.
And sometimes it does take a little bit of encouragement from me to get people to realize you're going to be okay.
Yeah.
And but also knowing kind of when to take a step back and take a more conservative approach of, okay, you're not comfortable here. We need to shop lower. And then if interest rates drop, okay, now you can increase your purchase price a little bit.
Sure.
Everyone's so different.
Yeah. How have you seen like leverage work for clients like that? Can you tell us the story that maybe, a story of when you've helped someone through that and what that looked like?
Well, I mean, tried all kinds of different things, done all kinds of fun things
Sure.
to help get people into houses. You too.
Yeah.
But bridge loan financing has been really, really popular this year, where you can utilize the equity that you have in your current home before selling it and using that towards the down payment on the next home.
So in that situation, they own the home and they have found or they are looking for the next home. They can essentially buy this home before they sell. That's
Yes.
how the bridge loan works, right?
Yep.
And
Take their time moving and
yeah, which is ideal, right? You don't have to do the back-to-back crazy close. What is the fee structure and like what does that look like from the perspective of doing like that back-to-back close contingency situation versus a bridge loan?
You are going to pay some fees, obviously, to do a bridge loan. It is very, very convenient. But the nice thing is it's interest only payments. So if for any reason, your house ends up sitting on the market for more than a favorable amount of time,
Sure.
the interest only structure for the payments will keep the monthly payments low and comfortable
Sure.
for you until you get your house
Yeah.
sold.
And I think the one thing, Kaleigh, I really enjoy like working with you is that you and I and the client kind of strategize on what situation fits the bill for that particular client. And like you said, it's every time it's completely different. But being able to sit down and, show them the different options and what that looks like and then help them choose the best way possible. I just think, you and I work really well in that regard where like, I'm like, what about this? What about this? And you're always open to at least like, taking a look and figuring out with the client. Obviously, I don't see the financial side of things like you do.
Right.
So I lean on you for that perspective. But yeah, you work a little outside the box.
So thank you.
I
And
appreciate it.
likewise, I mean, I love working with you too, because I think that, I don't want to say you bring me a challenge, but I
do.
I will take it. Like, I like a challenge.
Yeah.
I like to, work up a solution to a problem.
Sure.
Not that our people are problems, but
Yeah, but like, sometimes it comes down to, okay, this house has been on the market for 100 days or something like that, longer than usual.
yes.
Okay, they're really interested in it, but hey, Kaleigh, would it be more beneficial to use that as a seller credit to maybe buy down their interest rate or, like working together through those types of situations because, taking maybe $10,000 or $20,000 off the purchase price, it sounds nice, but from a monthly payment perspective, it doesn't sometimes move the needle as much as we want it to.
Right.
So maybe using the strategy of seller credits to buy down the interest rate, to take care of all of their out-of-pocket expenses, that sort of thing. A year from now, you could still be waiting for rates to drop, or you could be settling into your new home that actually fits your family. It all starts with strategy. And the best time to start a good strategy is right now. So let's start the conversation. No pressure. Get together, put a game plan together, and work out the details so you can help your family get into the next home. And if you want to see how families just like you made it happen, I have the step-by-step checklist in my next full move-up buyer video right here.